Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Hiba, and here on my channel I cover recent missing person cases. Today I want to talk about the case of Kandi Green Gonzalez. Kandi is a 36-year-old woman who disappeared from Prestonburg, Kentucky on June 1st, 2021 at around 4:30 p.m. Kandi was last seen on a property on Abbott Creek Road. She initially wandered around the property before asking the people on site, who I'm assuming were the homeowners, if she could call her mother, Betty. They agreed to call, but the call went unanswered, and they did leave a voicemail. In that voicemail, the caller told Betty that Kandi had given them her number and that she had been thrown out by her boyfriend. According to Betty, she could hear Kandi in the background saying mom, mom, mom. Along with the voicemail, there was also video surveillance, and I'm not sure if this is from surveillance that they had in the home or if somebody was recording it, but there was a collection of videos of this interaction. According to Kandi's mother, she's not really sure what to make of these videos, and she isn't sure whether Kandi is really being helped in this situation or whether she's being taunted. These videos have not been released to the public, but we do have a picture of Kandi that day, and it is kind of blurry. I think it was captured from a video, but I will insert that here. In this picture, Kandi is seen wearing a pink jumper, and this is what she was last seen wearing. This picture was taken when she was asking to use the phone to call her mother. Betty also mentions that there were a group of boys in a truck nearby taunting Kandi. From what I've gathered, these boys were not connected to the homeowners or Kandi in any way. They were a random group of younger, immature boys who might have seen Kandi earlier and decided to follow her to this property, or maybe they just witnessed this interaction and decided to stop and maybe tease her or taunt her there. In that moment, Kandi might have felt like she had nowhere to go. If she went back towards the main road, the boys might have continued to follow her if they had been following her, or they might start to follow her if they had just stopped and witnessed this interaction, and she wanted to get out of this situation, so she ran through the yard and into the creek. According to Betty, at this point in the video, you could see that Kandi was visibly distressed. This is the last time that Kandi was spotted. 2 days later, they found Kandi's shoes in that same creek that she had ran through. According to Kandi's family, local law enforcement has talked to some of the neighbors to see if anyone saw Kandi or has any information about her whereabouts. However, they've indicated that she doesn't meet the requirements for search dogs. I know that search dogs aren't always brought out, but I was interested to see what the requirements were and why exactly Kandi didn't meet them. After doing some research, I learned that each state, and sometimes even each police department, has their own rules and policies in place regarding canine teams and what they can be dispatched for. So I tried finding the Prestonburg canine policy and procedures to see what their requirements were and why Kandi didn't meet them. However, I wasn't able to. So again, I'm not really sure why Kandi doesn't meet the requirements. There are many volunteer organizations out there that will do a search and rescue at no cost to the family, of course, and no cost to the police stations. However, many only do so under the direction of law enforcement, and this is actually the problem that Kandi's family has been running into, where they will find an organization that does do search and rescue, but they again need law enforcement to direct them to. I did see that search dogs were briefly brought in on Saturday for a very short period of time. However, from what I read, no search was really done. So because of the lack of aid that they received from law enforcement, Kandi's family has actually had to contract their own search and rescue canine team. This canine team started looking for Kandi earlier this week, and her family has been looking for her since she disappeared. So in terms of what could have happened here, I think there are several possibilities. The first thing I want to highlight is a TikTok that I saw going around. So this video is about a man who has a recording from his dash cam from about a year ago of a woman walking barefoot on Abbott Creek Road, which again is where Kandi was last seen. So this woman, whose name is JoJo, I believe, had been run off the road, crashed, and had to walk 5 miles at the point where we see her on this man's dash cam. Clearly needed help. She was visiting Kentucky to meet a guy that she had been talking to online on Tinder, but she's in Michigan now and is completely fine.
I cannot stop thinking about this. A year ago, I met a girl walking down the road barefooted in Prestonburg, Kentucky off of Abbott Creek Road that needed some help. That TikTok went viral because it was a creepy story. She found the video from like Michigan and duetted it and went super viral. Almost exactly a year later, on Abbott Creek Road in Prestonburg, Kentucky, right now, a girl is missing, and the only thing of hers that they have found are her shoes. It just blows my mind that how on the same road in the same town in the same state, a year later, a girl was walking down the road with no shoes that's needing some help. I don't think she got the help though. I think she's in trouble. They're still looking for her. If you know anything about Kandi Gonzalez, let's talk about it. I'm just saying, I found one. I kind of feel like I need to try to find this other one.
However, the reason this video is being brought up when it comes to Kandi's case is some people think that these cases could be connected. I'm not sure what exactly the theory is here. I'm assuming it's because both of these incidents happened on the same road and because both women lost their shoes. JoJo also indicated that in her scenario, many people drove by and ignored her or didn't offer to help her, and many people think that the same thing likely happened to Kandi, in that she might have been asking for help, whether it was to use a phone or for a ride or something along those lines, but that she was ignored. Some people are going as far as saying that the person who ran JoJo off the road is somehow responsible for Kandi's disappearance. I'm not sure how plausible this is, especially because I don't know much about this accident. It could have been a road rage incident where the person was an aggressive driver and wanted to pass JoJo. If this is the case, obviously I don't see the connection. But aside from the TikTok video and that incident, I think it's really important to consider what we know about what happened leading up to Kandi's disappearance. According to the voicemail that her mom received, Kandi was thrown out by her boyfriend. Also, as we know, the first person looked at when someone goes missing is typically their significant other. Kandi and her boyfriend, Jeff Blackburn, have been together for approximately 2 years. I did some digging into Jeff's past, and I believe that he was arrested in 2013 for public intoxication, and then again in 2017 for selling illegal substances. This doesn't necessarily mean that he's using or selling now, but it is relevant because his girlfriend of 2 years is missing, and she was thrown out by him before she disappeared. Obviously, I don't know Kandi and Jeff, so I can't speak about the nature of their relationship, but on social media there are many smiley pictures of the two of them and of Kandi's son from a previous relationship. They seem like your typical happy couple. Why then would Jeff throw her out? While it's completely normal for couples to argue and get into fights, it typically doesn't result in somebody being thrown out. Kandi didn't even take her phone when she left. Is it possible that there was an argument and that it got heated, or that Kandi felt threatened? The fact that Kandi left on foot, didn't take a car, and didn't even take her cell phone leads me to believe that she was in a rush and just wanted to get out of there. Maybe one or both of them were under the influence or intoxicated, which obviously doesn't help the situation. Also, why didn't Jeff follow her after she left? Even if you say something in the heat of the moment, telling somebody to get out or leave, you would want to make sure that they're okay if you care and love them. I'm assuming she didn't get too far, especially since she was on foot and didn't have a car. So again, why didn't he follow her to make sure that she was okay? I'm sure he realized that her phone and her keys were left behind at some point. Maybe he did set out to find her and that he did find her while she was still frantic. In fact, maybe Kandi was headed back to Jeff's place after the incident that happened on Abbott Creek Road. She might have felt defeated and like she had nowhere else to go, so she figured she would just go back there and apologize or try to get back into the house. But whether she made it back to the house or he set out to find her and found her along the way, is it possible that Jeff knows where Kandi is or what happened to her? The next possibility is that Kandi, feeling really overwhelmed, decided to take some time to herself. She knew she wouldn't have to worry about her son since it's his scheduled time to be with his father, and since she doesn't have her phone with her, it's possible that she can't reach out to let her family and friends to let them know that she just needs some space but that she's okay. However, it has been 10 days now, so in order for this to be the case, I feel like Kandi might still be in distress. She might be hiding out somewhere and intentionally not coming home. I'm not sure if she has a history of mental illness, but even if she doesn't, life can be very stressful and we all need support at times. Kandi's family and friends love her and they are searching for her every day. She seems like she is a wonderful mother to her son, and I truly hope that she is found safe and sound and is able to come home soon. Kandi is 5'8" and weighs 110 pounds. She has blonde hair and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a pink one-piece romper. If you have any information about her whereabouts, the number for you to call will be down in the description below, and there is a $10,000 reward. As always, I'll also have my sources down in the description below. Thank you so much for listening or watching, and I'll see you in the next one.